Oh man, I f***ed up. I really should have spent extra for the white GPU instead. I recently upgraded my GPU to a 5070 Ti. It's a great card, but I honestly hate how it looks in my all-white build. And after watching one of my favorite tech YouTubers paint hers, I decided why not? I can do the same. Now, the problem is, I've actually never spray painted anything before. And after spending over $1,000 on that card, I wasn't keen on fucking around and finding out. So, I decided to fuck around and find out on this geriatric 1050 instead. I'm pretty bad at anything art though, so this might be a problem. When I picked up my parts, I wanted to go for an all-white, clean, aesthetic, minimal PC, like the one you see on Lions Tech Tips or Zach Tech Turf. My original GPU went perfect with it. It was a cringe anime RX 7000 XT, which I'm sure you've seen before, but this upgrade to the 5070 Ti looks super out of place compared to everything else. So one day while doom scrolling, I came across a video by Peach Tech about spray painting your GPU.
This might be the only pink 5080 in the whole world. I will be uploading the entire process, then we're just gonna sand everything and then clean it really good with rubbing alcohol. Instead, I have this Tokyo pink.
She made it look insanely easy to the point where even I thought I could try. I shouldn't have, but I thought that. The biggest problem is I have 0 years of experience spray painting, 0 years of experience disassembling GPUs, and 0 years of experience in being alive, I guess. And I was not about to risk ruining my $1,000 GPU for the sake of aesthetics. So the next best option is to practice and potentially ruin an older GPU instead of my main one. Either I walk away with a fresh coat of paint or a ruined GPU. Nonetheless, I'll get some training in. This old boy may just get a bit more use. Unfortunately, spray painting isn't just shaking your can and going wild. You actually need a few things to prep, paint, and complete your project. First up, primer. This is the foundational layer. It makes the paint actually stick instead of flaking off into my lungs. Then the actual spray paint comes up. I went with pink and white because everyone loves pink and white, and if you don't, you're wrong. Next up is the clear coat. It's basically armor so the paint doesn't scratch off and ruin the whole project. Then there's sandpaper, which is basically exfoliation for GPUs so the primer has something to grip onto. And last but not least, a respirator, because despite not planning on making it past 30, I still want to breathe properly. And with our inventory out of the way, let's get painting, is what I would say if we didn't have any prep work to do. First, we have to disassemble it, which is way easier than you think. The hardest part was keeping track of what screws went where. All that's left is to sand it down, prime it up, and we're ready. The actual painting part itself is pretty easy. All you have to do is spray even coats, let it dry, spray another coat, let it dry, and rinse and repeat. So throughout the video, you might have seen two styles of paint, a pink one and a blue and purple one. Originally, I did go with just pink, but I didn't like how it came out, so I decided to strip off the paint and redo everything. Unfortunately, that resulted in me melting off my GPU backplate, so here's how that went. So I wanted to take the paint off the backplate, so I used some graffiti off. However, as you can see, it kind of destroyed the backplate. I think it has acetone in it, so it destroys plastic. So, yeah, goodbye backplate. So yeah, definitely not my brightest moment. After that, I decided to sand down the original coat of paint, reprime it, repaint it, and call it a day, which ended up being all I needed to do. So that backplate got decimated for no reason. If I'm being honest, I'm not a huge fan of how this came out. For this color scheme, I want to go for more of a Miko palette. I'm a huge Miko fan, but buying an actual Miko GPU costs about $2,000 extra, which I don't have. But again, I'm not super stoked on how this came out. I'm still new to spray painting, so I can't do any actual insane designs. I'm more akin to an angry toddler throwing paint at the wall than an actual artist. So, would I consider this project a failure? Honestly, yeah, kind of. The paint chipped off already, the color scheme isn't exactly what I wanted, and even with the colors, it's splattered everywhere. So it's not the greatest. But that's where personal growth and improvement come in. Where there's failure, there's opportunity. And once another try, I can always start again, spray another coat. So realistically, this isn't the end. I'm not confident enough to try and spray paint my actual GPU yet because, again, failure, but at some point I will. So stay tuned for that. I really just took apart this whole GPU for that one bit. Is it worth it? Probably not. Would it get any engagement? Who knows? Who cares? I'm just a guy.